Welcome back to the financial modeling. So today we learn about the analysis. So in the different scenarios, what shall be the different outputs? So in the given case, they have given certain assumptions. Now based on this assumptions, we need to build a model. And based on the model, we have to apply the different combinations. So under the different combinations, that is where the sensitivity and scenario analysis comes into the picture. So let's say due to the given current market conditions, so if there is a change in the selling price per unit, or if there is a change in the cost per unit, how does it impact the overall market conditions? How does it impact the profits? So such analysis, we do it in the scenario and sensitivity analysis. Under the sensitivity analysis, it can happen in simultaneously either one variable or more than one variable simultaneously. Whereas under the scenario analysis, it's always multiple variables will change in a given scenario. Like for example, in the current market scenario, if you take LPG gas, due to the war going on between the US and Iran, there is a crunch in the gas supply, due to which there is a deficiency in the hotel management PG business here in Bangalore, Mumbai, Chennai as such. So such analysis, to analyze such situation, we use the scenario and the sensitivity analysis. Now here in the given case, based on the assumptions, we build the model. Let's build it. So let's build the assumptions. I'll go to the alignment. So here, without merging any of the cells, I can combine both the cells to have the header. So I'll bold this, I'll fill it with some color, then I'll change it to, then I'll remove this decimals, I'll copy this, then copy this, stick here, change it to income statement. I'll calculate the revenue. So units sold into price per unit, then less cost of goods sold. So the cost of goods sold here, the units sold into cost per unit. I'll use the minus sign while calculating the cost. Since it is an expenditure to the business, directly I'm adjusting the value. Then I'll calculate the EBIT value, bold it. Then selling general administration, it is already given in the info. So I'm use the minus sign and link the expenses. Then calculate the EBT value. Calculate the EBT value. Bold it. Then calculate the taxes. Apply the if condition. So the taxes will be paid only on the profits and not the losses. If any company is earning the profits, it is binded to pay the taxes to the government. Whereas if the same company is incurring the losses, need not to pay any taxes, but the auditing is mandatory based on the certain requirements and the conditions as per the law and applied in the different countries. Now here in the current scenario, there is no profits earned and it is losses. So if there is a losses, it should not calculate any taxes. So use the if condition to calculate the taxes. If the EBT value is greater than 0, then select the above EBT value into, use the minus sign and select the tax rates. Value if it is false, enter 0, close the double inverted comma and close the parenthesis. So here what you do is, now in the same situation, let's calculate the net profits of the loss. Profit of the loss. So we have calculated that. Now, since operating income is lesser than the operating expenses, so there is a loss. If suppose this price per unit, instead of 10, if I'll change it to 100, and cost per unit I'll change it to 60. Now in such scenario, what shall be the profit or the loss? Now if you see in the given case, the profits has been converted into the positive value, due to which there is a taxes applicable, and the net profit after adjusting the taxes is 22.75 lakhs. Now, due to the different combination of inputs, I got the different output. Every time I can't build this manually to analyze what shall be the profit or what shall be the loss. So that is where the sensitivity analysis comes into the picture. Now we understood that when the inputs are changed, we get the different output. Every time we need not to do manually in this manner. Alternatively, we can do it. So what we do is we build a sensitivity table. So let's reduce the width of the column. Then let me link the net profits here. Then I'll combine the price per unit and the units sold. In a different scenarios, if the selling price is increasing or the decreasing, units increasing or decreasing in the number of quantities sold, how it impact the profits. So that is the combination that I'm going to do now. So here what I'll do is I'll copy this price per unit, paste it here, then I'll decrease it by 5 rupees. Increase it by 5 rupees. Same way, if the quantity sold in a different at the different levels, what shall be the profit levels? So here, copy this, paste it here, decrease by quantity 10,000 units, and here I'll increase it by 10,000 units. So I have applied the different combinations here. So what we do is, let's insert a row here, merge this column, I'll have the header price per unit, here go to change it to clock rotate text up. So this will be, or you can do it alternatively, go to the format cells, right click on your mouse, format cells, or directly press Ctrl+1. This window will be popped up. Under the format cells, go to the alignment, here change it to 90 degree. Either way, you can do the text formatting. Now here above this, select this, then I'll merge this, I'll have the header as number of units sold. At the different combination, what shall be the different outputs or the different profit levels? So what I'll do is, I'll bold this, whole table, go to the data ribbon, what if analysis, data table, under the row input cell, select the unit sold, under the column input cell, select the price per unit, press OK. Now if you see at the different combination level, there is a different profits. Now let me format this. Go to the format cells, number, use the separator, decimal 0. So are the different combinations, the different outputs. So if I sell 1 lakh quantity at the rate of 100, the net profit is 22 lakh 75,000. Here the same, the net profit is 22 lakh 75,000. At the different combination level, again, at the quantity of 80,000 units, selling price of 110, I'll get the same profits. Different combinations, different profits. So we are doing the permutations and the combinations at the different level to analyze what shall be the profits in the future. The same analysis can be done even for the share prices, number of equity shares. We build a sensitivity analysis. Now, about this, I have the merge this column, I have the header sensitivity analysis table. Fill it with some color, bold it. Here, apply the bottom arrow. Then here, apply the top arrow. Here, apply the left arrow. Here, apply the right. This, apply the left arrow. So the different combinations, we are combining the different methods. So here, select, fill it with some different color. This, fill it with some dark color, preferably light color. So this analysis we do to calculate what shall be the profits at the different level, or what shall be the share prices at the different level in the market, or what shall be the number of equity shares issued or bought back. So such analysis, we use the sensitivity analysis table. So this way you can analyze at the different situations in the different combinations instead of doing each and every time.